Okay, I'm with Tigran Gharamian, the top seed of this tournament, and he's going to show you a very beautiful position from his game. Tigran, can you tell us something about this position?
So this was my fourth game in this tournament against François Godard, young Belgian player. He's very talented, so he's working hard. I think he will improve quite considerably after. So we had a very complicated game, and I had the feeling that I was better. And during the time travel phase, we entered into this position. And yes, you can see I have beautiful bishops trying to mate my opponent. And he might have a weak pawn on d5. I have the rook and maybe this pin and attacking these weak pieces here, so it looks very promising for white. So I was mainly calculating something like e6, but I didn't like after knight d4. So finally I went for this exchange sacrifice. Rook takes c6, bishop takes c6, so I'm eliminating the knight, and now it looks even more impressive with this bishops. I just need some space and I should be mating. So e6 is very interesting. Maybe I should have considered in this position, so I went for this rook c1. It looks very strong. My opponent found his only move, bishop b5. He's trying to get rid of my bishop.
Doesn't it lose a piece?
Yeah, it looks like it's losing. There's something, but he has rook takes b5, and on rook c7 there is this intermediate rook d1 check, and rook is lost. So this is the tactical point behind this bishop b5, which is a correct move and probably the only move in this position. And I saw this move, so I took rook takes b5, and okay, now I don't have my beautiful bishop on d3. Now I try to activate the other one, e6. So it looks impressive. So just bringing everyone, so very dangerous. And he found his again strongest move, rook 5 b8. Try to hold the h-rank. I went for this e7 because it looked very convincing. Rook f8. And this was the idea. The point just to go knight f5, queen g4, and okay, hard to believe that black can survive.
As Kasparov says, if knight reaches f5, it's mate, yeah?
Yeah, and I attack everything, so everything is hanging with check. And in addition, I have fantastic pawn on e7, blocks his rooks. In the game, he went for this bishop f4, which looked quite logical, and I was expecting this move. And at the evening, we found out that there was a beautiful tactic in this position. So we both saw this queen b4 move, but the point that after knight f5, it looks that there's just no point of playing queen b4, because I just improved my position and threatening just queen g4, and it looks terrible, and bishop is hanging. So, but there is this okay computer move, which was very hard to see in the time travel. Queen b1. Queen b1 and attacks this rook and the knight, and of course I cannot capture because unfortunately this square is covered with by the bishop, and I'm forced to give my queen, so it's not good. So in this position I'm probably...
And there's no way to defend the rook on c1 and the knight on f5.
It's so unusual and looks very stupid, but there's just no way to defend, as you told that I cannot defend and the knight and the rook at the same time. So this is called double attack, but with the unusual move. So queen b1.
It's a double attack which will be quite difficult for even super GMs to solve. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's say I'm missing some simple double attacks now. So. Yeah.
Okay, so but what happened in the game? How did it end?
So we missed this easy tactics, of course. He went for this bishop f4, which was more or less logical, because bishop was hanging here. The queen is here. So I went rook d1. So I'm more or less defending everything. The idea is the same. Put the knight on f5, come to queen g4, everything is defended. And he went for this queen c7, attacking the pawn. So I have no choice but to play knight f5. He found this bishop g5 move with the idea of having maybe queen f4 in some positions. So I had to, because my bishop is beautiful, so it looks that I have to find mate here, but I couldn't see the mate, so finally I went for this material. So I want to get back my exchange and have this beautiful knight on f5. Queen d7 is the only move, and okay, this is probably bad because somehow I will struggle to defend this e7 pawn. So the point was, before taking this rook, I have this intermediate queen g4, typical move, queen g4, defending and threatening knight h6 to take his queen. In this position he went for, I think correctly, king h7. So I captured, and here I missed a simple line to have a big advantage. In the game I took on h6, which was, okay, I'm slightly better because I'm pawn up, but I saw the correct move, which was queen f3. The idea is just to capture this pawn, and I just try to play the position with this beautiful knight on f5, and it's not going to be easy for him to capture this e7 pawn. I looked at this queen f3, I thought, okay, but there's this bishop e7, and rook d5, maybe queen c7. I wasn't really convinced, and I saw this queen g3, again double attack. But he has the rook g8. But of course, in the time trouble, I just missed that I have to start this way. So I can capture here. He cannot recapture because of the rook, and my next move is going to be just back, and this is just terrible. So I think white is clearly better. Knight goes back, g3, king g2, my king is safe. This pawn is weak, king is weak, so this was the clear way to proceed. But okay, in the game I took on h6. And his only chance was to take on g4 and try to play this pawn down ending, but in the game he preferred this queen e7, knight f7, captures, queen g5, so I'm pawn up, and he tried this b2, attacking the pawn, so I f3, and after f3 we reached the 40th move, so I was quite happy. He took, and 40, yeah, we reached already the 40th move. So in this position, yeah, I just went for this queen d5, and it seems that this rook ending is lost. He has to capture, takes. Sometimes there are some defensive ideas, but here structure is very favorable for white. I will just have to control this pawn and just bring king h2, king h3, g4, and just bringing everyone. So this was this is technically lost.
Is winning for you.
Yeah, it's winning for white.
So Tigran, how happy are you with this tournament?
Yeah, okay, I'm of course happy to get to the 7.5 point. Probably will be a joint winner of the tournament. My opponent, the other 7.5, the guy who got 7.5 points, Alexander Gebate, played clearer games. I really liked his winning games. When he won, it was very clear, with good attack. Today, he won, he crushed his opponent. And so, yeah, my games were not that clear. It used to be, and I would have liked it to be more beautiful and clear games. So when I'm better, I win the game. So not we're in the middle of complicated position, so no one understands, and we just play something and someone blunders and I win. So
maybe when you go back, are you going to work on your double attack or something?
Yeah, no, start with simple attacks, then double attack was in other game I had a problem again with this back rank against Christophe Sochaki, so I need to check this back rank idea. So I'll try to play fianchetto, g3, bishop g2. This way I know even in our game I might have had some problems with this my king on the h rank, so I need to check this these ideas, with the back rank mating ideas. But of course, I'm very happy with the results. So, 7.5. Even though this tournament, well, it could have been much stronger, but I'm quite happy with the result. Let's say, not the way I achieved, but with the result.
And one question which I wanted to ask you was about you working as a second of Levon Aronian. How has been your experience about that?
Yeah, I've been working for quite a long time. Even recently, I haven't been with him during his major events. It is tough. So when we were working in Khanty-Mansis, it was very tough. So you had to work quite a lot, and when he doesn't get enough results, so you're quite disappointed. So, but you learn a lot from.
Do you think it has helped
players.
your game to improve?
I don't know. So when you start working with these players, you appreciate the draw. You appreciate your black draws. You're happy with the draws. So. Now, this is of course a rich experience. So I hope it will help me to improve and understand better the game. So.
Thank you so much, Tigran, and congratulations for your great performance.